Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for Grade 1. And we are learning Unit 14. Its title is Girls and Boys. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. And my dear students, today under the title of pronunciation skills, we are going to learn about consonant clusters. Before this, I have already taught you about consonant clusters. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video lecture again. And we are going to practice further to identify initial consonant clusters. This is our today's SLO. Let's start with a beautiful hadith mentioned in Sunan Abi Dawud 4839. Hazrat Aisha Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha reported, the discourse of the Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was clear such that he was understood by everyone who heard him. Yes, my dear children, what this beautiful hadith is telling us. This hadith is teaching us a beautiful sunnah of our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that we should speak clearly. So beta, when whatever we say, we should say it clearly so that the listener can understand what are we saying. And whenever we speak clearly, it means we are following the beautiful sunnah of our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Right? So beta, first you tell me, what is consonant cluster? I have taught you, do you remember? What is consonant cluster? And how do we pronounce a consonant cluster? Whatever you remember, pause the video, tell to your teacher and then come back. Yes, my dear children, I hope you remember that a consonant cluster is a term used for two adjacent consonants. Remember, I taught you. And what does two adjacent consonant means? When two consonants are together and in between them there is no other letter. Okay, two consonants together. And what are consonants? I hope you remember. The consonants, when we take A, E, I, O, U, these vowels separate, rest of the letters are consonants, and when any of two letters of these letters are together, they are called consonant cluster, right? And what does initial position means? They are at the beginning of word. Means when you start a word, there appear a consonant cluster. How? Two consonants together. B, bur, kh, khar, der, fur, ter, fo, g, gur, p, per, th, sum, sp, and st. This is how we pronounce. I taught you. Now two letters are together. We join their sound and say a ter as single sound. Single sound means they are joined together. We know the sound of b is b. The sound of b is b and the sound of l is l. So how we pronounce it? B. We don't break it. We pronounce both sounds together. This is how a consonant cluster is pronounced. Remember, I have taught you, okay? So whenever you find in a word any of these consonant cluster, you will say it the way we just did. Okay, let's practice it. First, see what does your book say about it. A consonant cluster is a group of two or more. It can be more, but our focus is on two right now, okay? Two consonants. When a group of two consonants come together, it is called consonant cluster. Now, each consonant in the cluster has its sound. Look at the example. Now, beta, whenever you see consonant cluster, first identify. Both are consonant, C is consonant and L is consonant, and they are together. What does it mean? It's a consonant cluster. So how we are going to pronounce it? What is the sound of C? It's K. And what is the sound of L? It's L. So how you will pronounce it? Class, class, K. Because this consonant has its sound class, right? Glass, glass. No, no stress and no break. Glass. The way I say no, glass, glass. Okay, glass. Crown, crown, crown. Right? First you identify a consonant cluster is there, then you will pronounce it the way we are practicing. Crown, crown. Frog, 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 right? So beta, this is how you should practice it, and the more you practice, the more you will be fluent in saying them. So here is an activity. Are you ready for that? Okay. So this activity is going to help you to identify as well as pronounce the consonant cluster. So what the activity is, your teacher is going to hold a pile of picture cards. Okay, teacher, you have already prepared picture cards. So you'll show all and make sure all students have a pencil and a paper. Okay, so teacher is having a pile of cards and you are having, all of you are having paper and pencil. So what is the next step? The teacher will show each picture card one at a time. Okay, one by one, teacher is going to show you pictures and you will write down the consonant cluster for each card on your paper. So you will look at the picture, what is that, and what consonant cluster is there, you will write down on your paper. So when all the cards have been shown, you'll go back, your teacher will go back and review to see who was able to write all the consonant clusters correctly, right? So this is how we are going to find out, are you clear with the concept or not? So pause the video, enjoy this beautiful activity and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. So could you identify consonant cluster and have you written correctly? Very good. So if there is any mistake, no problem, practice it again, do it again so that there should be no mistake anymore. All right, so let's practice this concept from your book. All of you open your book on page number 100. What you are going to do, here are the pictures. You will look at the picture and you will have to complete the word by writing a consonant cluster. For example, what this picture is and what the clue is. It's stone, stone. So what consonant cluster? I have given you hint. You can select from here. So what consonant cluster is coming here? Stone, right? Likewise, you will keep looking at the picture and completing the word by selecting a consonant cluster. Are you clear? Okay, pause the video, complete this task in your book and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Now, have you noticed every word which you have written has an initial consonant cluster? Means at the starting of this word, there was a consonant cluster. That's why it is called initial consonant cluster, right? So it's time for your homework. You will write 3 words with each initial consonant cluster and the clusters are here. These are 4 clusters. So you will write 3 words with each cluster. And here is a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. And my dear children, what we are going to do, for this column, all the pictures are there and you are going to select one consonant, either is f or f. Okay, so one consonant cluster and likewise for this column. Okay, and you can color this worksheet as well. So what we have learned today, we learned a consonant cluster is a term used for two adjacent consonants in a word that keep their individual sounds. And we also identified initial consonant clusters. So in this way, we achieved our today's SLO to identify initial consonant clusters. Are we done with it? Yes. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning and take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.